Welcome back. Now, the accused in the Badlapur child sexual assault case was shot dead by the police after he allegedly snatched a policeman's pistol and shot an officer in an attempt to escape custody. Cross-firing incident occurred while the accused was being taken to the Thane crime branch officers in connection with an inquiry into a separate case that was filed by his second wife in the year 2022 alleging sexual assault. Meanwhile, politics has erupted over the Badlapur encounter. While the opposition calls it a cold-blooded murder, accusing the state of trying to shield someone, the Shinde Sarkar has claimed the cops fired in self-defense. Here's what the cops claim that led to the encounter of rape-accused Akshay Shinde. When we reached Mumra bypass, the accused snatched the ASI More's revolver. This is the version coming in from Thane police. They also say that there was an altercation and in the process, More's revolver was loaded. In the scuffle, the gun went off and a bullet hit Nilesh More's left thigh. Akshay Shinde took the gun in his possession and shouted, "I will not spare anyone." Then he fired 2 more rounds, but thankfully none of us were hit. To protect me and my fellow cops, I fired 1 round at Akshay Shinde. Akshay Shinde was hit and he fell to the floor, lost control of the gun. We took control over Akshay Shinde and took the vehicle to Kalwa Hospital. And so the question that we are posing as far as Akshay Shinde is concerned, is this a murder or self-defense? We'll be taking that question with our guests in just a bit.
आरोपी ने पुलिस का रिवॉल्वर छीन के जो पुलिस के साथ पुलिस के ऊपर फायरिंग की। मुमरा पुलिस स्टेशन में पुलिस के ऊपर जानलेवा हमला करने का गुनाह रजिस्टर किया गया है और उसमें जो आरोपी है उसका देहांत हुआ है, तो उसके बारे में एक अकस्मात मृत्यु रजिस्ट्रेशन किया गया है। दोनों का तपास थाना पुलिस कर रही है।
ये तो पूरा कोल्ड ब्लडेड मर्डर है।
उसने एपीआई नीलेश मोरे इसके ऊपर फायरिंग की। नीलेश मोरे जख्मी है, घायल है और इसीलिए पुलिस ने खुद के बचाव के लिए ये कार्यवाही की है।
And Sajid Supariwala, who's the leader of Shiv Sena UBT, is joining us live on the broadcast, as is Mr. S.D. Vindlesh, who's an advocate. I'm also told that I'll be joined in by Dr. Jyoti Wagmare, who's a spokesperson of the Shiv Sena. In fact, he'll be joining in just a minute. But Sajid, if I could begin with you. Sharad Pawar has said that the lackadaisical approach of the Home Department in Maharashtra is suspicious. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, it is very shocking to see all these things happening. Now the accused has been having so many guts that suddenly he's picking up the revolver of a police officer, and as per the reports which have been shown and in the media and what I have studied and seen, it is highly shocking that how much bravery, or I will not call it bravery, but how much daring he could get, that he could do this. I mean, he went to this extent only because all law enforcement did not put him on a fast track. He should have been punished immediately with the rape of the minor. How could he be served in the jail? I've heard that in the lockup also he has been demanding certain food and all. It is very shocking that the accused of a rape of minors is being shown so much like freedom to talk in that manner. And also they should, the law is totally so bad over here. The law and order situation has become so bad in Maharashtra, it is very shocking. The first thing is that nobody has the remorse also. The rapist is not having any fear that he will be punished later on. And he should have been given a death sentence immediately. I mean, they should not even wait. In fact, castration is the solution to all
But
this rapists.
Sajid, the question that everybody is posing right now is that the opposition is more concerned in terms of whether or not this was an encounter. You've heard the kind of reactions that are coming in, calling it a cold-blooded
That is
murder. And if it
Yeah,
is
that is
being
what I'm
called a
shocked.
cold-blooded murder, then where
That
are
is
the
what
sympathies
I'm coming.
with the
Yeah, I'm
rapist
coming to that.
or
I'm
with
coming
those
to that only. The sympathy
minors?
is not with the rapist. The sympathy is not there. This is the anger of the people that why he was not punished, why he was not given a death sentence immediately, and now why this encounter? What is the reason? What are the reasons behind that? Why is the principal of that place or the trustee of that place, the educational institution, why is he not punished? Why is it not questioned that why such a person who has such a bad track record has been kept in a job, in a school where there is minor girls studying? It is very shocking. Why was there no precautions? Why was
SD,
there no record?
SD Vindlesh, I'd like to bring you in.
Yes.
As far as concerns about the lackadaisical approach of the Home Department in Maharashtra is concerned, should that now be laid to rest considering the CID is being handed over the case?
For that, we have to see the seriousness of the offense committed by Mr. Akshay Shinde. Two minor girls, aged about 4 years, they were brutally sexually assaulted. The hymen was also ruptured. And such criminals should not remain in society, otherwise society will be totally vanished from this country. And I don't think such persons should be encountered and they should be finished. Otherwise, if we give the leverage to them, the cases will continue for years together and the punishment will not be there and the victim will not get proper
But
relief or the
Mr. Vindlesh,
justice.
how confidently can we say that this was an encounter without any investigation being conducted? Because remember, this is what the police, on record, I just narrated the entire sequence
Can I
of
come in
events
for a
that
minute?
has
I
been
have to
shared
tell
by Thane
something.
police. I'm going to come to you, Sajid. Mr. Vindlesh, Thane police has
Yes,
gone
I'm
on to
just
talk
coming
about
to
how
you.
this is a point, this is a
SIT
clear-cut
already
case of
constituted in
self-defense.
this case and it is being headed by the senior IPS officer. And they are conducting whether this was an actual encounter, was it in self-defense also, both the possibilities are. It can be in self-defense, it can be counter also. So
All right.
the SIT has already been constituted, they are doing their work and we should wait for it. We cannot form any opinion right on the basis of preliminary things. But this
Sajid.
thing is no doubt is a very serious offense and such criminals should not be allowed to stay.
Sajid, please go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you one thing. I wanted to ask you also on the panel that normally the duty officer who's taking the accused along with them in the police van or something, there is a protocol of maintaining the gun being locked, and it is not so easy to open the gun and just keep a fire on the, like fire the police officer like that. How could he do that? How could he just, when he was handcuffed, how could he remove the latch, lock, and then he fire on the police officer and suddenly there is more into it. This should be investigated properly. What is the reason behind this? As the gentleman over here also said that it could be self-defense or encounter or whatever. But it is very, very strange at the circumstances. If we are looking at the circumstances, it is very strange that this thing could be happening in a police van when there are so many policemen around. How did he gather the guts to fire the police? And in fact, he had been, if he had been already been put on fast track and accused of the like whatever rapes or whatever the things he has done, he should have been remorse, but he has no remorse because our laws did not go on the fast track. They did not even, the state government should have been taken the responsibility. So many days have happened and now he was taken away. Now every accused, every person who's a rapist and all that, we have seen in our country the laws are so lenient. In fact, there should be proper law and fast track courts are there. Why are they not trying to get the justice done at that moment? And then this encounter happens. Whom are they trying to shield? What is going on? Why is the trustee or the principal of that particular educational institution not taken into inquiry also? Why is there no arrest on the same? There is a responsibility of the institution who are putting these people on jobs without their proper scanning. It is very shocking. And then these things are happening. Everything is very confusing. There is no clarity. Right now, we are very confused about this.
Mr. Vindlesh, how do you ensure that justice is done to the mother of Akshay Shinde, because she's also crying foul? She's already labeled it as a murder.
No doubt the fast-track courts have been constituted to take care of the POCSO cases. But practically, we have seen that the cases run for more than 5 years. And while he goes in the appeal and the Supreme Court also, they go in 1 up to 10 years. That means the victim will not be getting any justice. It will entirely depend upon the system. The system has to be constituted. The fast track should work properly because all the courts are overloaded. And the dates are given for months together. Fast track means they should be finished within 3 months. But hardly there's any case which are finished within 90 days. And they take more than 3 to 4 years at the preliminary at the Sessions Court and POCSO Court. If they go in the appeal, it's another 2 to 3 years. If the person goes to Supreme Court, naturally the justice will be provided to the victim parents at least after 5 to 6 years. Because our law is very, very slow.
The other particular allegation that's coming in from the opposition particularly is that the BJP is becoming notorious for running encounters. This is something we've heard from various opposition leaders as well. Somebody like an Akhilesh Yadav has talked about it in Uttar Pradesh. I'd like your thoughts, Sajid.
Yeah, absolutely. See, I'm not even accusing anybody of anything about but BJP. If you go, like I'm talking about the Maharashtra state, let me just think about and just step on that. Maharashtra state, you see the law being deteriorated in so bad condition. The rapists are being let off. Either they are being let off or somebody is trying to shield somebody. This is not the only case in Maharashtra which has happened. There are many other cases also where the criminals have been shielded. There have been accident cases where the criminals have been shielded because they have some political influence, or somebody is a minister, somebody is a minister's son, somebody is a BJP karyakarta, somebody is some other karyakarta. Why are all this shit is happening in our country, and why are we not getting justice for people? And now people are trying to shield. Somebody is trying to victimize, and somebody is trying to shield the. I mean, it's very confusing. All the criminals are being let off. Some days they will go in the jails, they pass some law, and then something will happen. There will be inquiries. Then the woman, then the rapist's parents will be called in the court. Then the criminal will be let off. This is not the way. This encounter happened because now that he fired the policeman, that's why he has been shot. So it is very confusing. That means we are not shooting the rapist. You are trying to get back at the rapist because you have been shot at. So it is very strange. Why not? Does the law, like the gentleman is saying, that there should be fast-track courts, which should have been, it's overloaded. The courts are overloaded. So why not have...
I'm afraid we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you for, in fact, highlighting the loopholes over here. I'm going to leave this discussion over there. Many thanks to you, gentlemen, for joining in. And with that, let me also remember, Israel has retaliated. Close to 500 people have lost their lives yesterday in an attack conducted by Israel in Hezbollah. And CNN News 18's managing editor Zaka Jacob spoke to Reuven Azar, who's Israel's envoy to India. This is his first response since Israel launched an aerial assault on Lebanon. Listen in to this exclusive.